You're watching the Mr. Aeronugget YouTube channel. Alright everybody, let's take a look at the Marvel Legends series, Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure Waves, Kang the Conqueror. The reason we're doing this figure is because we did get confirmation that we are going to see him in Ant-Man Quantumania, and also people are talking about him that he could be in the Loki series too, but I don't really believe that, considering that the photo that they showed doesn't really look like him, but hey, this figure's pretty cool. So let's take a look at the packaging first and then see the figure itself and its accessories. So the packaging for this figure is obviously our normal Marvel Legends packaging. Open window on the front, Legends series on top, Marvel logo embroidered on the top, I guess you would say. The little flap right here says Joe Fixit, and on the other side 4+ choking hazard. On the bottom, Marvel's Kang the Conqueror, and then Hasbro on the bottom, just some legal stuff and a barcode. You guys can scan that to show your targets or at wherever you get your Marvel Legends at, to show it right there so you can get this figure. Side artwork of the figure on the other side, it's the same thing but on reverse. Then we got a glam shot with this figure and a little bio for Kang and Marvel Legends symbol, so you can screenshot that right there. And then on the bottom we got Joe Fixit and the rest of these figures, hoping that I can get that Falcon. So without further ado, let's check out the accessories on Kang. So here are all of Kang's accessories. So he comes with 5 interchangeable hands, a gun, and the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure piece. So this piece right here looks pretty cool. It is the Kingpin foot and suit leg right here. So it's more of a repaint for the figure. Or maybe it's different actually, because I remember no, it's different. It's the same. But I think the shoes are different on this figure. And I definitely want to get the whole entire Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure, because that looks pretty cool. And I really want a suited Hulk in my collection, in my line. So that'd be pretty cool. Here's his gun that almost every Marvel Legends figure that has a gun comes with. So there's the barrel right there with the actual thing. Then there is a mini hole, and then a thing right here. Then he comes with a trigger finger gun. So what you do here is that you take his thumb, like, okay, well, does that apparently. What you need to do is that you need to make sure that the thumb is actually here, so that you can move it like that, and then you twist it around, back around, and then you try to get the finger in. It's hard to do, but then you get it in like that. Look at that first try right there. So there is how he can hold his gun with that trigger finger hand, and I think these hands are okay. They're just all purple. And then he has 2 grabbing hands right here. I don't know what he's grabbing, but let's go with it. So they're just purple hands right there. There's no texture on them. So there's that one, and there's that one. And then we got 2 fisted hands. So Kang having 2 fisted hands right there. So now let's get into Kang himself. So here's Kang the Conqueror himself, and this figure looks like it came from the comic book. So I really love the detail on the head. I think that's the second thing that brings it out. So I love the sculpting on it. I love the paint detail on it. So there is a light blue around the head with some dark blue right there, whitened out eyes. I love that. Now, unlike most Marvel Legends figures, there's actually no marbling on this figure, so I definitely love that of the figure, that there is no marbling on it. So I love that. So it's just a thin sheet of plastic. All around you can see symbol detailing. And then he has a collar piece right here, which goes down to his stomach, to his belt. We'll get to that later. But I love the way that this green looks on him. I feel like if you look at the character from the comic book, it's gonna look a little bit weird. But with this, it just makes it look like it's a really cool figure. Even if you didn't know who Kang was, I feel like anybody can put this on like a really cool comic display and not even know who Kang would be. So I definitely love that right there. Love all the wrinkles in the sculpt, and you can even see some marks right there to tell that they actually put a lot of detail into this. Now the belt is actually pretty cool because it has more detailing, but it's not that unique. It's still great. I love it. And then down here, where the Kang butt is right there, we got some lime green in there as well. So right to here, directly to here, up to here. Then I don't think there's any in there. Nope. Then down here we got some purple pants, some purple metal pants. Purple metal pants. I think that's my new catchphrase. Purple metal pants. So purple metal pants right here. So I think this texturing looks good. Now I would have liked actually if it looked like it was like glossy and stuff, because that would have probably made the figure a little bit better. Instead of just making it like a thick plastic for the purple. So I am glad that there isn't any marbling, but I wish there was some glossiness in this figure. Now you can see that it looks like there is, but that's just the light shining from this figure that I have on the side right here. So yeah, you can't really tell, but you can just still tell that it's plastic, and I definitely love the detail. Even on the kneecaps right here, I think it looks amazing. And they even got some pinless joints in this figure as well. I haven't mentioned that for some of the figures. They have been putting pinless joints in them, and I think it looks great. I think putting pinless joints in figures makes it look like it's more of a collectible. So now let's actually get into the articulation of this figure. Kang's head moves all the way that much up, so not that much, down that much, and goes side to side that much, and has a 360 swivel action right there. He has a waist joint that goes all the way around like that, so it goes back that much and forward that much right there. Then both of his arms move up that much. It's getting covered by this part right here, so you can't really tell, but it's getting covered by that part, so it won't go up as you think. He doesn't have double joint, he only has one joint elbow, and then both, all hands except for the finger gunning hand. This one moves left to right while these move up and down, and they have a 360 rotation, and he doesn't have any bicep swivel. And there is also no waist swivel, but there is a bunch of splits right here. Then his leg moves that much up, that much back. And then can he kick his butt? Yes, he can. He can kick his belt, actually. So that is pretty cool for the figure to do. So if you want to put him in some dynamic poses, which I wouldn't do personally, but if you want to, then you can. His foot moves that much back. Yeah, I would recommend just being a little bit careful so you don't tear the plastic off of the figure. Then it moves that much forward. Then it does have a very good rocker, moving that much up and that much side to side, I should say, not up. So now, let's get into the size comparison. So I guess we're going to have to do the rest of this video in the dark because my light just burned out. And I think it's because my little port was overheating. So I may not have light for a while, or may need to wait for this thing to cool down. It still feels warm, and I feel like if I touch it again, it's going to combust. So unfortunately, we can't have light shining on these guys, but I do remember Kang in the comics being a Cap villain. So here is Captain America from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Kang does stand at the 6.5 inch scale, so he does fair good size comparison to Chris Evans' Captain America. I forget who's gonna play Kang in Quantumania, but I think he may be around the same height as Chris Evans. I don't know. So let's do more size comparisons. I guess I'm still bummed about the light, so I don't know. More size comparisons. And then here is Kang standing next to the 10-year anniversary Iron Man right here, and still warm. Just saying it there. It's still warm. Feel like it's about to combust. I'm just annoyed at this point. So here he is standing next to Iron Man, and I think Robert Downey Jr. was actually a little bit smaller than Chris Evans, but I mean, what can you really do? It's a 6-inch scale, and also probably because he's tipping over. Nope, still tall. Still tall. Now, all I really could have said for the review was just that he's purple and he's green and maybe a little bit blue, and that could have been the end of the review. But no, I feel like this figure is a good asset to have in your collection because he is one of the eternal gods in the MCU. Did I say MCU? I meant to say comics. He's pretty big in the comics, and also probably the MCU when, you know, Quantumania comes out and Loki on Disney Plus. So that was also a reason I wanted to review, because, you know, Loki on Disney Plus, I think I already said that, but I don't know. This thing's annoying me. So now let's just get into my final review. So to line up my movie, I have Kang right here with him fighting Captain America, and I did realize when I posed this that the gun is shooting not at Cap's shield, but it's supposed to look like he's shooting at Cap's shield and then Cap's trying to survive. So out of all, this figure is actually pretty good for the fact that it only has like a 2-color basis and comes with limited accessories. And the fact that it is the main character of the comics in the actual 616 universe that Marvel is in. So if you guys are interested in this, I think my rating to this figure would be a 9 out of 10. It's actually one of the most impressive figures I've seen that has limited color resources and actually has good articulation for what it is. I mean, Kang in the comics really doesn't do any acrobatics. That'd be for a Taskmaster figure. If a Taskmaster figure had this, then I would definitely give it a low score. But with Kang being like this, I'm suitable with this thing being on my shelf. So if you guys enjoyed this review, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later, and hopefully this thing actually gets fixed. Oh yeah, and I'm doing a little project here. I kind of broke my Captain America, so I'm going to try to glue it back together so that I can have a working Avengers Captain America. So I got Iron Man right here. I got Steve, and then this is my other MCU one. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later, and bye. And I don't know, maybe I'll
Want to
do
watch
something
cool more
where my light
videos?
isn't
Click
broken.
here.